Okay, so I'm recording this episode because I was supposed to interview someone for today's episode, but my guest didn't show up, and I thought I would take this as a sign that I should basically come back again and do some thought sharing and something. You know what? The biggest problem is that a lot of times when I record these solo episodes, I feel like there's a lot of expectation I should be doing in the sense of, oh, I should be sharing something very valuable. I should have something very insightful to say, or something like, just I should have a cleaner background, the perfect light, or even I should have been, I don't know, look better, all of those things. And I think that is a few of the reasons why I often I'm not able to do these because my life is so scattered at the moment where I find very few alone moments and I have so many calls throughout the day and like I just feel like a lot of distractions to be able to come here and do that. But I'm hoping I will cope up better with all of those things. And for me, 2025 is about, removing the noise and the distractions and going deeper and truly just keeping what I really want and letting go of things that I think I should have wanted or I think I need them, but I have to ask myself, do I really need them? So when I was thinking of, okay, recording this episode, I was like, okay, I I don't even know what should I say. Do I even have anything relevant? I don't even know. And I don't even want to record this as formally. Like I want the podcast to become more and more casual, more and more real and like so that I also am able to remove a layer from my own self, the pressure and can show up more. So I don't even know what this podcast by now is about. There are a couple of things on my mind. I've been thinking, of course, the year end is coming and year ends are very anxious for me not because I have a lot of expectations, but I think in general, it feels like I think November and December in general for me feel very disruptive. Like, in India, we have Diwali, which is like a major celebration. Then there's like Black Friday, and then there's like, oh, it's Christmas, and then the festive. Like, there's so many things that happen, and like the changing weather. And like all of those things happen, and feel like, oh God, it's just so hard to put myself in a rhythm sometimes. And so I have been very overwhelmed, honestly, very overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with so many things that's happening in the sense that I find too many movements. My own personal life is so scattered at the moment. I just packed up another studio. So literally right now, where I'm recording is a desk. A wall that you often see on Instagram is where I'm recording from. I don't have a studio right now. My studio here in Accra, where my mom's and my friends' houses. I had to pack that up because my landlord, they basically needed the apartment. So we vacated that apartment. Then my studio in Delhi, we also had to vacate that office space. So I had to vacate that also from to studio basically. I have come to zero. But honestly, like this place where I have here in my room, it is also practically a lot of mess. I don't want to show you, but I'm sure you can see. It's a lot of mess. But this place gives me a lot of peace. Like my room and the table here that I have, which I often paint, read, and write on. I think it gives me a lot of peace. So I'm grateful for that. Very, very grateful because if I wouldn't have that right now, I don't think what I would do. And I don't know why I'm even sharing all of these things, but I'm also telling myself constantly that no, I don't necessarily have to put up a facade or I have to come and just look all put together because I'm far from being put together. A lot of times, what we see online is that we are very put together, but that's far from true. My life is such a big mess, and so much happens, and so many confusions and coordinations. But I'm hoping to get better. I really am because I understand that how much all of these things bother me. It really bothers me that I'm not able to follow a structure which I really like and have, like, just have more calm and patience. I'm a person by nature who really resonates with things that are slow, but I think the work of the nature, the life that I've lived for the last 5, 7 years has been so fast and with so much happening that now I'm tossed between these two ideas. I am that girl who often thinks that I should leave everything and then go to the mountains, find a beautiful studio, take my dogs, and just never come back and never pick up a call or things like that. But maybe I'll do that one day. Maybe I won't. Who knows? I mean, but I'm sure that I will figure something out that makes me feel more grounded for sure. Yeah, so 2025 is coming. I don't even believe like how 2024 has already ended. For me, year ends are more like, ever since my mom's passing, I keep on thinking with another year that another year has gone by. And I hate that fact because I feel like how fast and quick all of this is happening while I think of her every day, but also I just feel like, how we've already spent 3 years without her. Life has moved so much, changed so much, which I still struggle to cope up with. But also the fear that as I am also growing and the time is passing, that I'm also moving far and far away from all those memories. And I fear that with time, what if they start to fade and that I will never have new ones? So, yeah, I think that is something that really bothers me, specifically towards the end of these years, because it's something I completely always think about, but I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying. On a brighter note, I think I have been working on a vision board for a couple of years. I think it's been there for me. This year, I intend to tick off a few things and elevate it and change it and make it brighter and bigger, but more calmer and grounding. I think that's what I want to add in my own vision board this year. But then, I don't know. I mean, what else has been on my mind? We've published a lot of books that I'm very, very excited for. We published the Studio Visit book and, the Women Artists on the Rise, which was the Emerging Women Artists Award book. A lot of these books that we've published this year have been very, very beautiful and so well made. And I just feel so proud sometimes because I am obsessed with design and art and all of those things. And when we make products that make me want to be a part of them, and make me feel proud, which is I'm not an easy person when it comes to all of these things, then I feel like, oh my God, there's something really like, I mean, just, I love the books that they're just so beautiful. I'm sure every artist, when they open, there's like this butterfly that comes in their stomach looking at their work being published like this and being distributed all over the world. And I only hope that I know that we're still small and it's just, we're on the tip of like, we're just a tiny baby at the moment. And I hope that I don't know what we'll grow into. And I only hope that whatever we do in the future, we bring value to all our community members, to all our artists, to everyone else, actually. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm a big mess. This episode is about that. Just sharing my random thoughts and putting them out there and also showing you my cool light. Yeah, you can see them. You can also see my wall in the background here if you're watching this on YouTube. So yeah, it's a candid chat. I want to hear who you are. I actually one day I really want to do something where I want to hear who's listening to these episodes. Who are these people? I want to meet you guys. I want to, like, I really like, over the years, I love the internet, but I love the intimacy of meeting people and I love knowing people who these faces are, what their voices are, what their names are, where they come from. So I want to know each one of you. And I wish there was a way to do that. And maybe there is. I haven't just figured it yet. But if you know me and if you are listening to this and you want to say me a hi, you can say me a hi on Instagram. You can send me an email at Charuka Arora 23, or you can email me at info@artsroas. Probably there's several ways you can find me. But just say me hi, you found me from the podcast, and just tell me about you and I will get back to you for sure, because I think anything and everything that we do, and where my heart absolutely lies, like, with the arts also, is the connections that we make. And they're just the most valuable thing for me. And yes, I'll come back soon once another guest teaches me next time. So that'll be a story to tell later. Okay, see you. Bye bye.